Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Protomario, and today I wanted to talk about Destiny's recent updates and how it's changed the game quite a bit to make it more appealing, balance out certain issues, fix issues, and I wanted to discuss whether or not it made Destiny a viable purchase for people now. So let's begin by addressing some of the older updates. Firstly, I want to address a glitch that was patched that had been a serious issue ever since the start, and that was heavy ammo synthesis not working. So there are synthesis packages in the game and you can use them to get heavy ammo when you need. It's a nice addition whenever you're about to fight a big hard boss or you need it in a pinch, but sometimes it wouldn't work. And for me personally, this rarely happened, but I've had times where I was on a raid and we needed it. We really needed it, and I couldn't get it because it failed me 2 times in a row. I've had it happen to me on nightfalls and things of that nature. It doesn't happen often, but it was enough to annoy you because these synthesis packages cost 1 strange coin, or they cost roughly 1,000 glimmer or so, give or take. And that's a big issue because it pretty much spoiled your plans. The update also included balancing issues with fusion rifles, shotguns, pulse rifles, hand cannons, things of that nature. It's also removed the ability to snipe through solid, huge walls and get a one-shot kill with snipers in Crucible. So that's nice. I think that was a ridiculous feature as well. However, having said that, the Crucible is not balanced or patched at all. Before we get into that, I want to address PvE campaign. So campaign basically got a nice increase in shotgun damage, and across the board, all of the other tweaks and patches and updates affected campaign as well. But in PvP, shotguns did not get such an update for the shotguns. So the damage was increased by 100%, making shotguns pretty much unstoppable in campaign. I mean, you can 1 to 2 to 3 shot almost any enemy, and bosses, they go down quick if you know how to kill them with a shotgun. It's insane. It's very fun to do. I need to emphasize the fun factor. It doesn't make the campaign a walk in the park because once again, you do have to get up on enemies with shotguns. So it's a risk versus reward system. You know, if you're willing to take that damage, then yes, you can use a shotgun. If you're willing to take that risk and die, yes, you can use that shotgun. But again, bosses don't go down with 2 to 3 shots from shotguns. I wholeheartedly approve of this damage increase for shotguns, which makes them actually usable in campaign. Now, as far as all the other tweaks and updates, pulse rifles were buffed also with a percentage increase. It doesn't make them as viable as shotguns, but it does make them usable. But unfortunately, with that usability comes a downgrade for all auto rifles. Auto rifles are fairly useless now. They just are. They're absolutely terrible compared to other weapons in the same category. Why would you use an auto rifle when you have a pulse rifle like Toland's Legacy or Red Death that does more damage overall and is more accurate? Guns like Suros Regime, For the People, Dr. Nope, Shadow Price, Payback SOS, the Vanquisher, they're terrible now. No one uses them in PvP. It's very unfortunate. I can still get kills with them, and I still favor them over a lot of other weapons. It's just unfortunate the big loss they got. Some of these weapons got as high of a loss as 20% decrease in damage, and that just utterly slaughters the ability to use them effectively. Now, you can use more bullets and you can still get the kills with them, but again, if you have a same weapon in the same category that can do more damage, more consistently, more accurately, why would you? A good example is Red Death. With 2 to 3 shots, if you land a good critical on a couple of them, you can get a kill out of that, versus the Suros Regime, where you might have to put in half a mag to 3/4 of the mag to get 1 kill because of the buff. The damage difference is there, and a lot of people just do not use auto rifles anymore, which is severely unfortunate. So that's my opinions on the updates and damage situation. So talking about hand cannons, fusion rifles. The nerf on them are a little bit different. It just made them more a mid-range weapon instead of being able to snipe with some hand cannons. Don't doubt that the hand cannons are still beyond OP in Crucible. Thorn can still 3-shot, the Last Word can 3-shot, sometimes even 2-shot. But believe me, they are just not as long ranged. It's still unfortunate because when you go into Crucible modes like Inferno, where there's no radar, the whole enemy team ends up just using shotguns and pistols. And it just ruins the game. For me, at least. I know a lot of people enjoy game modes like that, but I just don't like to camp, and that's not my play style. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy control. I enjoy taking points, battling it out with other Guardians, but some people love to camp and win because they can camp with a superior, more OP weapon. Now, with a coming update, there's supposedly going to be more vault space added, which is a very huge need. For me personally, I have quite a few exotics and legendaries that I like, and I've busted down some very nice legendaries, like the Devil You Don't, that had some wonderful perks on it. The Trolley Problem, a void damage Trolley Problem with some really good perks as well. And I busted these things down due to the fact that I just don't have the space for them. I've had really nice snipers that I busted down, and it just is really nice addition if they do give more vault space. I don't understand why there isn't more vault space, and I don't understand why you can't hold a certain amount of items. Like, why is 200 the magic number for some materials? Why not 999,000? It's just a number, and I know the system can go up to that. So it really bothers me that they try to limit you on that, and that constrains the space, which is a serious issue. Once again, after you've been playing for so long, you just accumulate certain things if you don't upgrade your items, shards being one of the big ones. With the patch coming up, they're also going to go ahead and patch the worst bugs known for Atheon and Crota Zen, patching some of the things like an inaccurate amount of Guardians being teleported with the constrain and detain barriers around them, and Crota Zen bugs where the sword bearer's sword will just drop down and you can't attack Crota. It almost breaks the raid, but hey, hopefully they will patch this. So with all these patches coming and the patches that have been done, is it seriously worth it to get this game still? Would you recommend purchasing this game? I would personally, yes. I like this type of game. I like first-person shooter and I like MMOs. I'm a big Diablo fan and I love first-person shooters. And with the recent update with shotguns, it makes it feel like I'm playing, you know, a newer version of Doom, shall we put it. I wouldn't put it on the same level as Doom, not at all. No, the Doom's a much faster paced, actiony kind of game, but with shotguns, it just reminds me of how crazy the shotgun was in Doom, and how much fun it was to use shotguns. And while I would recommend this, the version I would recommend getting is either the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. Now, it really depends on which console you own. You can still get the 360 and the PlayStation 3 versions. Again, the load time is lower there. The graphical effects are almost the same. I mean, honestly, the only difference I have noticed between both of the versions is just load time and how pretty some things look compared to others. It's not that big of a difference, though, honestly. But as far as the exclusives go, you can get the timed exclusives at the end of the year on the Xbox One version. It's not a big deal. The Monte Carlo is an absolutely garbage weapon, I've been told now, because of the update. The Fourth Horseman is insane. It's powerful, crazy, but then again, it's a shotgun. And the Hawkmoon is supposedly the best pistol, but with the update, it makes it a mid-range weapon. So my question is, why would you use pistols in PvE if you have a shotgun? Yes, they can keep you alive at a distance a little better, but being a mid-range weapon doesn't exactly make them snipers. And if you can run up with a shotgun and get the instant kill with the shotgun, and you can lay out all the enemies around you with a shotgun, why would you bother using a pistol anyways? There's no point to it. So me personally, I would just recommend either version. You don't need to pick the PlayStation 4 because of the timed exclusives. It really doesn't matter. The exclusives you get with it aren't that great anyways. While the Hawk Moon and the Fourth Horseman are pretty amazing exclusives, to say the least, there's still weapons like the Last Word and Thorn that are on both of the systems. And if you have the Hawk Moon, you probably will never use the Last Word or Thorn, even though they are pretty much equal in many people's eyes, or just slightly less. And by slightly, I mean, remember what I said about the Last Word. It can 3-shot, sometimes 2-shot, depending on how accurate you are. So again, it really doesn't matter. It's just your choice. If you happen to have a PlayStation 4 and you've been thinking about getting this game, this might be a wise investment for you if you enjoy games like Diablo 3 and first-person shooters. If you enjoyed Borderlands, get this game. You will enjoy it quite a lot. But there is some serious time that needs to be invested before you start getting really, really cool weapons and really, really cool gear. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this overview and video about how Destiny is doing, how far it's come, and things of that nature. I play on both Xbox 360 and Xbox One, but there is something that you should note depending if you have both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, then there's no crossplay. So PlayStation 3 to Xbox 360, no, absolutely not. Your characters will not carry over, but your characters will carry over from 360 to Xbox One and PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. So it's really dependent on you which version you want to get. I've been Protomario, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and have a great day. And now, the important decision of joining the Maverick Rebellion. We are a tight group of individuals who rebel against stereotypes and greater evils that are commonly accepted. ISPs, children being conned out of games, sexism in video games, enough is enough, and the Mavericks have had it. If you choose to subscribe or stay subscribed, you are joining the fight against injustice by watching my numerous video topics, from net neutrality to publishers covering up botched releases. The Mavericks are always informed on the issues plaguing your gaming experience today, so don't be left out in the cold, and don't let those people keep you down. Join the Maverick Rebellion today and become a member of the community that will listen and engage with you. What are you waiting for? Just click subscribe and you'll be in good company. Mavericks unite!